So what's going on, everybody? We're back with another podcast. We're here with my boy
Film, otherwise known as Film 42.
Film XDRAR 69.
Hell no.
So back at it. Another thing happened again
with the recording.
The conversation was so good that we just had to rewind it back.
Restart it.
I want to hear the whole thing again.
But you're our first creator on the podcast.
Yeah, first creator. Plan on doing way more with more creators. So I actually had an idea coming in again. We should have like a board, like where people just come every month or whatever, where everybody's like, once we do so many of these with a lot of creatives, like we should have you back like in a month or so with other creatives and just, get to talking about like ideas and stuff like that. I want to unite like kind of everybody. Like, I feel like there's little groups of like people who know each other that are creatives and stuff, and they just work with them.
And there's probably other groups that we don't even know about.
Yeah. So there's like people I want to work with that I haven't worked with, because creative people are like, like you could get so many ideas off of them because it expands your mind, I guess. Yeah. What I'm trying to say. So yeah. So how you been, bro? How you doing? How's everything?
Good, chilling. Just trying to stay busy.
Oh yeah.
Working. Basically it.
Yeah.
Working all the time.
Yeah, I just saw. Well, I had texted you about doing the podcast on Wednesday, right? But you said you were. That's when you came back from New York.
Yeah, from New York. Went to New York.
I haven't heard this before, bro.
Tell what happened in New York? So what you go do in New York?
So I didn't go to New York. I went to Philly. But I had my...
I'm not going to say the same fucking joke again. I'm not going to say the same joke.
Man, I was waiting for you to bring it back.
Nah, it was like fucking posting on the plane with the New York.
Had to delete it.
I didn't go. Actually went to Philly. But yeah, we went out there to... I was shooting from this artist I work with. He goes by MJ Grizz. He had an interview at one of the radio stations out there with this guy named Cosmic Kev. But yeah, we just went out there to shoot that. He wanted just to get content for like behind the scenes, like a vlog type style recap video, and then like pictures, of the whole trip, just to document it. But yeah, we went out there, and then I have been to New York before with him as well. And basically did the same thing as well. Did radio station interviews, and then just a couple pictures here and there, just documenting everything.
And that's dope, because from the Kanye documentary, man, like I feel like if somebody, you don't even have to be big. Like if you had the chance to have like your videographer friend or your photographer friend, like give them a chance to come in and into your life, what you're doing at the time, because you never know, man. You might hit and you're like, damn, if I wanted to tell a story or have those tapes from like when I was starting to where I'm now, that'd be pretty dope to have.
Hell yeah.
I feel like more artists are starting to do behind the scenes still too.
Yeah, it's like important.
We're starting to offer a little bit more when we do radio shoots and shit. We just do a little bit of behind the scenes. I think it's smart because you keep that record of like, or even not even a record of like what you're doing, but you are able to fucking post what's like going on. People just think it's like a video, but then you're able to show like that the process that goes into it too.
Yeah. No, yeah, most definitely. People like seeing that, because I feel like it feels like people are able to connect with you more. Like actually seeing like the real you, and not just like your social media you. Like actually seeing what goes on behind the scenes, and like just like
how you work.
Yeah, exactly. So people can see, like, oh, it's just regular people too,
Yeah. So let's take it back, man. Film, it's what? You're what? When you start? What age?
Photography?
Well, before.
What do you mean?
Like, how old were you when you started
living?
When you started?
like photography. He's like, no.
No.
Where did your life begin?
Well, I was 0 years old.
Imagine someone asking for your age when they ask it like that. So once you start,
Yeah, I got my ass. So, what was the year you got your first camera?
I think it was like 2009.
All right, cool. So 2009, Film got his first camera. What was that story like?
12 years?
Huh?
It's like 12 years, right?
I don't know. I'm horrible at math. But I gotta get pull on my calculator real quick.
It's 13 years. 13 years.
But yeah,
Quick math.
was it? What did you ask me again?
We just start.
Oh, like what made me start?
What was the beginning?
Oh, well.
No, yeah. What were you like at that? So it's 2000 and what did you say?
2009.
2009.
Yeah.
It's 2009. Film gets his first camera, and you know what's that like? What leads you up to getting your first camera?
So, like, I always liked the idea of like taking pictures, but I never really actually had like a camera, so I just used like whatever phone I had at the moment. And then I had gotten my first credit card, and I was like, I'm gonna go get me a camera, you know. So I went to the store, got me the Canon T3i, got like a whole bag and like the kit lens, you know, memory card.
You get the little. The little
pouch?
bag that opens his
Like, over the shoulder.
Just to look official as fuck, right?
Oh yeah, but I got that, and then I was working at the time. I was working as a painter at this electrical company. I was working a second shift from like 2:30 to like 11, 12 o'clock at night. So I didn't really have too much time like during the day to like take pictures, you know. So like when I would get out of work, I'd go home, shower, and then I'd get in my car and go downtown and take pictures of like the buildings at night, or like stuff like that, you know, just like random things that I would see.
Yeah,
mainly buildings. But yeah, that's how I started, and then little by little started progressing into like the daylight whenever I would have time, you know, or a day off, or on the weekends I'd go downtown and just take pictures or like people, you know, trying to be sneaky because I didn't want to have like no weird confrontation like, why are you taking pictures?
Yeah.
Just walk with the camera.
Yeah, that's what I would do. It was like someone like just like sitting down or something, just walk click, or I would like
loud that shutter.
Yeah, for real. Or if like someone was like in front of me and I just like how they looked or whatever, I'd just like look at something else over there, but when I would take the picture it'd be of them, but then I'd just be like looking at the building, looking back like, what do you take a picture of, you know? Just so they wouldn't see. Yeah. For real.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I started. Just doing that at first by myself, but then like I finally like convinced like other friends that I have that like had their cameras to come with me, so started going out with them. And then like just experimenting, taking pictures of them instead of just the buildings, you know, like actually adding like a subject, you know. But yeah, that's how I started.
Go ahead.
Go.
What what led you to like?
You need a little fucking buzzer.
What led you to you know, take it serious and start, you know, your photography career basically?
So like, I mean, at first obviously I was just doing it for fun, nothing crazy. But then like people actually started hitting me up when I started doing more like portrait work. People were actually like, oh, like how much would you charge me for like some headshots or something like that? And I was like, damn, I can make money from this, you know? Yeah. And like before all that, I used to DJ, so like that's how I would make like my side money, like in like after I graduated high school and stuff like that. I was doing that for a while, and then like stopped for a while because I started working, and then that's how I got into like the photo stuff. But I wasn't making money from that. But then eventually, you know, I started realizing like I'm actually kind of good at this, you know. Like if people are hitting me up, you know, they want to pay me for it, you know. So I was like, cool, and then like people started still asking me like, oh, can you DJ for this? Can you DJ for that? And like I already had sold all my equipment because like, I was like, well, I'm not gonna do this anymore, you know. I already had made up my mind. So yeah, just sold all that, and then just started off with like portrait work, and then doing like little things for like family parties or stuff like that. And then that's when I was like, I could actually like kind of maybe like do this as a side thing now, you know.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, just started doing that. Eventually bought another camera. Started doing more like portrait work, modeling work. That's like what I was like mainly like focusing on.
Modeling.
Yeah, like just like modeling work and portrait work. Because I just always found it cool, like just to be able to work with other people, you know, and like taking their pictures and making them feel good about like themselves, like having a picture, you know. But yeah, then I was doing that for free though. I wasn't really getting paid too much for that at the time for like model work, like that type of model work, you know. So I was still doing stuff for free for a while, for like maybe like the first 3-4 years maybe.
Well, what do you think was one of the challenge of you, like, were you like didn't know your prices, or did you not know like how much should I charge for this, or you were just doing it just to get a portfolio up? Or
yeah, honestly, I just enjoyed it. Okay. I just did it for enjoyment. Like it wasn't like my main goal to like do it for money.
The money just came.
Yeah, the money just like it started presenting itself, you know. And I was like, well, I guess
you're not gonna say no to it.
Yeah, well, even I feel like if you're good at something and like, you know, you spent a lot of time doing it, then I feel like people should pay you for that, because it's a skill too, you know. It's like, you know, like, I mean, you don't have to do it for money, you know, but if it presents itself and like you enjoy it a lot and you see a potential of it like being something you could do for a living, why not, you know? Why not do something you like, you know? So I mean, to me, I always feel like, yes, money eventually is going to be involved, you know, but there's always people that still do it just for fun, you know. They don't really care because they have another source of income. But yeah, I started doing it full time. You know, I got lucky, I guess.
How long ago did you start doing it full time?
I want to say probably like a year and a half, maybe. Like probably like a year. Okay. A year already that I've been doing it. But I used to work at a cultivation for cannabis, so I mean I enjoyed the job, you know. Yeah. Because I love weed. You know?
I love weed. And I was like, you guys haven't known.
Yeah, if you guys don't know. Yeah, when I first got the job, it was just mainly trimming weed, you know. So that's what we would do. I'd go in there for 8 hours and just trim weed, you know.
How does that work? Like scissors and shit?
Like poodles and shit?
Scissors, when like there's
like literally gardening, basically.
Yeah, basically they're like gardening scissors has like a little curve at the end. Okay. But there's a way you got to hold them too, because you don't want to dig into the actual nut, because when they first come down,
they're like little leaf pointing out and shit.
Yeah, so when you first chop them down, like when you buy weed, I mean, I don't know if you guys smoke, but I mean, probably seen weed.
I'm a big ass pot.
But yeah, when you get it, like
I'm high right now.
Right now.
I'm onto heroin, to be honest.
Rock.
Cut that now. Cut that. But
oh shit, I wasn't recording.
I just kidding. No, man.
Yeah, I'm a way now.
I'm gonna just record fucking audio.
But yeah, like when you get your weed, it's like smaller nugs, you know. But when they cut it down, it's fresh and it still has like all this water. So they're like, depending how you grow it, they're bigger, you know. It's like bigger nugs, so you got to be careful when you're trimming it. Then you don't cut into the actual nug and you're cutting off stuff that you want to keep, you know. So I started doing that, and then like I was actually pretty fast. I was a pretty fast trimmer. There was like maybe like 1 or 2 other people that were faster than me.
How
but
you put down your resume?
Just cannabis, yeah, or like harvester. You know, you put it as like a harvester.
Raw, I didn't know you had to trim them.
Yeah, because like when you grow them, they have like these big leaves called fan leaves, and you have your fan leaves, and then you have your sugar leaves. The sugar leaves is like where it has all like the trichomes, which is like what it adds to, like, you know, like you getting high and like the flavor, the smell, and all that. So the sugar leaves you want to keep, but the fan leaves, which are the bigger leaves, those are the ones you want to like take off, you know. Okay. And then once you take those big leaves off, like you yank them off, then you go in and you start trimming like all the rest, you know. Okay. And then you like dry them and all that. But yeah, I was one of the like the more fastest ones. I was working, you know, I was putting in work because I enjoyed it too, you know. I mean, eventually it became just like a job, you know, just like anything, you know. But I still liked it. And then I was presented with the opportunity to work in the lab as an extractor, and I was like, well, I don't know anything about it, you know. And one of my closest friends, he's the one that put me onto the job, but I started over there first, and then he started after me. But he's like, he's like super down about like ever since like I've known him, like he knows this stuff about it, you know, like he does his research, he studies it, like he loves it for what it is, he started working there, and then I told him like, yo, they offered me a job in the lab. He's like, bro, it's like, take it, like take it. So I went in there not knowing anything, and I started doing CO2 extractions, which is like you get the oil for like your cartridges, like the cartridges for that. That's what that's what I learned going into that. I started doing that, and then eventually the manager asked me like, who do you think from the other room would be a good fit for here, And I was like, well, hell yeah, I'm gonna put my boy at, like get him, and he started coming in, and then he started learning his stuff, like other things, I was still doing like the oil, but I mean, I learned other things, and then that manager left, and then they got another manager, and it didn't work out. Got another manager, and he didn't really know anything. My boy was like teaching him everything, and like I didn't really like that, like they're paying this dude like all this money, and like they're teaching him. Yeah, it's like I don't know, and I don't know. Eventually, we had our differences, and I ended up walking out like a day before because he was being pretty disrespectful. So I was just like, I just left, and then that's when I started doing this full time.
Hell yeah. I'm pretty sure that choice, was it tough like for you to say man, like
it wasn't tough because it was something that I had in my mind for a while, because I was like, from what everybody like told me is like, well, you gotta take the risk, like before. I mean, it's never, I mean, eventually it gets to a point where it's kind of like late to do it, and I just didn't want to get to the point where I regretted not taking the risk. So it was something that's always in the back of my head, like I want to do this full time. And thankfully with the people that I know, like it was possible, like working with Vision, working with V5, like in the nightclub stuff, I was able to like ask them, like, hey, I want to quit my job, like, could we do something where like I do work for you guys more constantly, and they were like, well, like, hell yeah, like they looked out, and I just like decided like I had put in my 2 weeks. I wasn't gonna quit yet, but like the manager issue, he just wasn't teaching right, and I didn't like it. So I had put in my 2 weeks, but ended up walking out the day before. And then at that time, I already had everything set. Like I was already had like my plan. I could have left without a plan. And I figured it out.
You were smart about it.
But like I was more like I need to figure it out first before I quit, and then I don't have, I had like a savings, but I didn't want to dig through that and it's all gone. So I just planned it out. I quit, and then I started going full time with video work, and then I still do like my own gigs on the side too. But thankfully, like like it's been good.
Hell yeah! Well, hell yeah! It seems like you're very busy, like doing all this stuff, like videos and pictures and just everything. Like it's going good for you.
Yeah, it's been good.
What are your plans going forward? You have any like bigger plans? Or
I mean, my ultimate goal is I want to work on a film, like a short film. Start like that, like that's I always I have like so many ideas for it, but let's do something.
Yeah.
Bro, that's the thing. Like I can't do it myself,
Nah, you need more than
that's with everything, bro. Like as much as you want to be like I could do it. The product, the end result always comes out better when it's more than one mind working on it. Everybody has a task.
That, but like if you don't know how to do something, someone else might know how to do it.
Well, just look at, like I always come back to this. Like just look at the productions that are going on in Cali. Like when you go to like
they got one guy just for lighting and shit.
When you go on set, like with just whatever, I've been fortunate enough to go and be on sets. Like there's always like 20-30 people like handling their own little piece for that film, so that's why we also wanted to create this, because we're trying to get to like that point where like we know kind of everybody in that scene here, so we could start creating some pretty dope ass stuff, man, because
like bringing everyone on too. Like we've been hitting up like just other photographers who are kind of like barely starting. We bring them on like, yo, let's just do some behind the scenes and stuff. So it's just stuff like that too, just unite everyone and teach the younger ones too, like, you know, how to be smart about it, because we're still fucking learning too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I feel like you're always learning. You're never gonna know it all.
Nah,
I mean, there's people that know a lot, but I feel like there's always something you know you can learn.
Technology
You know?
comes out. And
So it's always evolving. It's never.
skills.
It's never the same. But yeah.
So let's go back to it then. You just for the people who are watching that are trying to get into this, you know. Let's go back to where you quit, and now you're like, fuck, how do I, you know, did you already know how you price yourself and stuff like that?
Not really. I mean, I'm still learning for like certain things, you know.
Yeah.
And I always like try to ask other people that work in that industry, you know, like as far as like pricing wise.
Yeah.
But
I feel it's like a lot of people don't want to give their price out too, right?
yeah, it's always like that, you know. Like
that.
I tell some people, you know, like if I know like a good idea of it, then I'll tell them, you know, like just try to stick between this range, you know.
Yeah.
But like also know like your skill and what you're able to deliver and how quick you're able to deliver, you know.
Yeah.
And who the customer is too.
Yeah, the customer
The
is always
value that you provide to the customer also dictates the price at the end of the day.
yeah, because go ahead.
How you said, because we were talking about, you know, when we created this company, we were that talk presented itself, you know, right away, because, you know, of course, as a company, we're trying to
Loud
as a company, you know, of course, you have to make money to, you know, support yourself
and grow
the company, and you know, that's life, right?
Yeah.
So that was one of the talks, and one of the topics was like, you're not gonna charge a Nike the same way you're gonna charge your mom and pop store, you know.
Yeah.
So that's also like a factor that comes in when you're, you know,
the value you provide to them. Like if someone's gonna make $1 million off of the work you're doing compared to someone who's gonna make a few $1,000s, you're not gonna charge them the same amount because of the value you're providing at the end of the day. So you have to factor that into.
So it's still like a learning experience for me. But I just say, like, just look at the job, you know, and think, what do you want to make from it, you know, like what do you feel your worth is at, you know. It's just still hard because you get asked for too low, you know.
Yeah.
Or you could like overprice yourself and then they don't want to do it, you know. But sometimes if you throw too of a low number, and then be like, oh, he don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, like people expect like a higher price, you know, and they'd rather pay more for someone. Yeah, it's like, you know, that knows like what pricing it is, you know. Because that's happened to me before, where I've underpriced myself and I don't get it, you know, even though it's cheap.
People out there who believe in the you pay what you get what you pay for. So like if you give them a low price, they're like, no, just go with the most expensive guy because he's probably gonna like you
charge more,
better.
Oh yeah.
You like the business side of things though?
I'm horrible at it. Like I feel like that's something I wish I would have taken in college, like a business class, you know, because that's a whole nother game.
Yeah,
like marketing and shit.
Marketing
learning off of fucking YouTube and reading. And shit.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, that just I forget his name, but this dude on YouTube, that he's like a photographer, videographer, and I don't know where he's from, but he has a big following. Like he's always like puts you in a situation of like negotiating, you know, or like just like the business side of it, and then like the marketing side, you know, like how you should market yourself, and then how you have to treat it as a business, you know. But that's the one thing I regret because I don't really know too much about the business side or marketing side, you know. I just know how to create it. I know how to create it, and then I'll push it out here and there, you know. But
I think ideally it would be smarter, like if one day you can afford it, to bring on someone who can do that for you, so you can just focus on the creating, right? And
then probably like an agency type thing.
Or like even like someone like someone who like maybe just graduated college who has like a degree in marketing and they know what they're doing.
You know what I mean?
That's one of the main reasons too. Like started. I started with Leo because I'm pretty good at like editing and like all that shit, but like I'm horrible at talking to people. Like,
so you're more like a shy, like more to yourself.
Yeah, like I'm just like I'll do the work. You just pay me. That's cool. Yeah. But there's more to that to a person. You know, like if somebody's gonna hire you, they obviously gonna wanna know who you are and stuff like that. And I feel like I come off as like just quiet and like just like that.
Yeah.
And like I felt like I needed a team, and in that team I needed somebody who with those skills, you know, like that has the upfront, like talkative, you know.
Yeah.
And I once I met you and stuff like that, I
we
was
kind of
like,
complement each other.
I was like,
you have the more experience and like technical side of it, and I think I'm more like more social. So, like I'm comfortable. Like I'm a little bit quiet in the beginning. Like if I just meet you right away, but like 10 minutes in, I'm like fucking joking around, talking, you know.
Yeah, so that's where the whole team thing comes again. Like you need a like if you're weak in one, you know, in something, you could find somebody else who's like, you know, killing it at that thing that you don't have. So so it's good to have a team of people like behind you to like push some cool shit out, you know.
Yeah. Well, not even that. Like what we're trying to create now is like we've been. I mean, only a few people have hit us up, but we're trying to do like a spreadsheet and just as many photographers and videographers and like editors and stuff that we can get in the city. Try to put them like on that spreadsheet and what they do and the pricing, so that we can bring them on to projects and stuff.
Yeah.
So we can start working with more people like that.
No, yeah.
Yeah. So you're watching this and you're a creative. Send us your day rate so we know, and then
Like what you can do and stuff,
Yeah.
and then that way we can bring more people on and shit.
Yeah.
because we kind of hate weddings and we always get hit up, you
Same.
know.
Same.
Bro, this month we got hit up for like fucking 5 weddings, and
We turned them down, all of them.
Bro.
And I mean, and that's money, but
Yeah, it's good money too.
yeah, it's really
that's
good money.
like
But
that's like one of the top. I think I did like. I just looked up like what's like the type of like photography videographers that pay the most, and it's
Weddings.
like weddings.
Yeah.
You know, it's
it
like,
makes sense though. I mean, you're and the only thing that sucks about it is like in the fucking weekend on like a Saturday.
yeah, you got to be there all day.
And it's like all
The
day,
whole day.
and then you still gotta edit and shit. But it's good fucking money too.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that's why we also want to do that, because we don't like that, right?
Like
But
we
there's-
focus more on like the creative shit. you
Yeah.
know, like-
there's some people who love them. So if we could bring them on and give them those jobs, you know, if they're not getting anything, like if they don't
or
get
not
booked
getting
or whatever,
enough or whatever.
Yeah.
we could give it to them, you know. Of course, you know, like it's a business, so we're gonna have to get
Yeah.
paid. So
Get $1 or $2.
and
yeah.
it's whatever. But but like, you know, it works out because they get paid and we get paid, and
The
the
customer,
customer gets
what
their
they want.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're watching this, send us your stuff, your reels, your day rate.
I want to work with you like in something. We should plan something.
No, yeah, we should.
I'm down.
Even if it's like just something we think of, like it doesn't even have to be like to make money off of it. Just to fucking
We've
works
been
together.
doing a whole bunch of like music video stuff, and like us two, we've been knocking out some dope stuff. But like, what if we bring on more people? You know, like how would that music video look? Like,
hell yeah.
sure. If you compare the music videos we have taken out as a team compared to the ones we did alone, they're huge fucking different.
Yeah.
Imagine if we can
Like-
do it like more people and shit.
all planned out, like storyboarded and everything. Like, you know.
Yeah, it's hard doing it by yourself because there's a lot of things that go into it. You know, like directing, shooting. You know, like the styling, the set
Lighting.
design, lights.
Like, you can't be
I like your set designs.
Yeah.
We
Dope.
We
Like,
should bring
feel
them
like-
on to
set
down.
yeah, because I remember when we were working together,
Yeah.
you always talked about like we should build a set, like, you know, like
Yeah.
we could do 2x4s and create something here. Like,
Yeah.
I like that you always had those ideas like off the top right away too.
Yes, I have the ideas. It's just like doing it. Sometimes I'm like, I mean, I get lazy sometimes, but I'm like, but then like if I really have like all the stuff there in front of me, then it's like, all right, you know.
You gotta go buy the stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm always down to do it. But like I said, it's always hard for one person to like do it. You know, like
Do everything.
yeah, doing like the shooting and then trying to edit, figuring out the lights. You know, the positioning. I mean, it's possible. You know, you could do it, but I feel like when you have like more people that focus on just that,
Yeah.
it just like it's like more like defined. You know.
Yeah, because if you try to do everything yourself, you're gonna slack on one thing or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Or
you
you'll
just focus
forget.
on
Oh,
one-
you know.
yeah.
You
If
forget.
you focus on one thing, then you make sure that one thing is perfect.
Yeah.
Well,
Like when we were doing that video with Proeza, we forgot to fucking take the the light stands or
Oh yeah.
Or in the shot.
in the shot.
Yeah.
It was in the shot in the bag.
Because we were trying to block some exit signs, so we flagged it just so it won't come up. And we thought the camera was set where it would block it out, but the fucking the thing that hangs out, the arm, was just barely on there. And then the little tip of the flag was on top.
Oh.
Like fuck.
Well, we kind of hit it. We hit it with some vignetting and the coloring.
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
You kind of messed it off a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's still little stuff like that too, that you're so busy fixing the camera and fixing the light
Yeah.
that, you should just be there looking at the whole
Framing it.
picture that you're like, you're seeing everything in the background.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So if you were, what's something that you wish someone would have told you or taught you when you were starting out, like something you wish you knew way before?
Communications, like, well, I mean, I've always been told, but I feel like communication is like key with everything, like you need to you keep the people that you're working with updated with things, which I still slack on, because sometimes I have like a million things going on at once, and like I'll forget to respond to a text, and then it's like, oh damn,
Yeah.
You leave them on red,
yeah, and then like they'll start thinking like, oh, you don't want to do it, but it's like, no, like I've been trying to, but like you just like overwhelmed yourself. That's why I like the whole thing of a team too, like, because you try to take on as much work as possible, but then you realize like you're falling behind.
That's another thing.
Like,
You have to be like the office person too. You got to be responding and booking.
But yeah, that, and then the whole business side of it, like someone that told me like you gotta learn like this side of it too, like I was just thought like, oh, I'm just gonna take pictures and do video work, and then I'll get paid for it.
Yeah.
But like that's like a whole thing in itself, like learning how to like
communicate your pricing and communicate what you're gonna do, so that when you get there they don't expect one thing and then you're doing another thing, and you deliver another thing. Yeah, that's another big thing that a lot of people could get lost in.
Yeah, and it's also all about the majority is all about like who you know.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Who you know? What's that saying? It's
not what you know.
It's not who you know. It's who you know knows, or something like that.
So yeah,
Right. So it's like you might know someone who knows how to do something that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
It's in Spanish, the fucking saying. I don't know.
If anybody knows that, drop it down.
Something like that. Nah, that's just true though. Connection is a big fucking thing too, like networking and shit.
Yeah, right now we're trying to focus on that as well, because we're now at the point like, all right, now we're established as a like company, but now if nobody knows what you're doing, how are they gonna come and get your business?
Yeah,
or
because right now most of it they have been hitting us up, like either they hit him up or they hit me up, but we want to get to the point where they hit up the company.
Oh, okay.
I mean? Like because some people might hire us for like a video or something. They're like, oh, I'm just hiring Leo, or I'm hiring him,
Yeah.
Oh.
And we want to get to a point where they're like, oh, we're hiring Outtake Media.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's some other shit too.
Yeah, we're just getting the name out there, Just
marketing.
Yeah, there you go, marketing.
It's stressful, right?
Yeah, it's stressful because I don't know. I feel like we're creative as fuck, right? But marketing could be you just posting a picture, or marketing could be like a whole campaign on like something, So
yeah, but as you said, it's like sometimes you don't even have time to do that.
Yeah,
because you're focusing on the creating part.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, what is film up to now? Like what are your next big things coming up?
I mean, eventually I'd like to do like a short film, but I just need to get like a whole script done,
Yeah.
Like I have the ideas already, I have a couple of ideas because short films are like, they're not too long,
Yeah.
Keyword short film.
Yeah, short film. Yeah, I do.
Nah.
That's like a monster with.
Yeah.
Well, what'd you say earlier? It was like
when were you
when
born?
you start.
When you
So no, like when you start, when you start breathing.
Was that on this recording?
the other one.
Oh fuck!
We're gonna have to use some of that.
Yeah, that shit was funny though.
But yeah, I mean, I'm still doing the nightclub stuff with V5, and then I'm working with Vision as well with all the regional stuff.
So what do you enjoy more?
I like both. Honestly, like I feel like I'm blessed, you know, because I get to like experience like the whole like Latin like reggaeton scene, and then like the whole Mexican regional stuff, and then I'm still like into like the whole like hip hop stuff too, you know. I've been so like I mean I work with an artist, you know, that does like hip hop R&B type stuff, so I work with him with that, and then like I still know like DJs from like when I was DJing like in the whole like house scene, so I get to experience like all different types of music, you know. So I don't know if I have like a favorite. I just enjoy it all. I know I just love music in general. Like I respect DJs because that's a whole skill, but then like the musicians, and then like musicians too. Like I respect that a lot because like I mean I used to play. I started off playing the trombone in like 7th grade, and then I progressed. I went into a trumpet. So that's what I was playing, you know. So like,
you know,
I
a lot of artists be looking for tubas and shit.
No, I tried playing. I forgot I tried playing. And I was like, yeah, I can't do this. Like, I don't have the lungs for it no more. Yeah, too much weed.
Pero bien pa' fumar,
Weed all day.
Eso bien bueno, ¿verdad?
But yeah, I just enjoy music. And like it kind of like helps me a lot too, like when we're shooting, because like I know like the timings or like when someone's gonna come in on this part, you know, like that helps out a lot, because like someone that doesn't know too much about it, they're gonna be kind of lost, you know.
When it comes to editing too,
when it comes to editing,
you gotta edit
make the cuts to the beat and shit like that.
That understanding what they're saying too, you know, like, or like just like the slang, because a lot of stuff is like slang, you know. But yeah, I was timing.
You think you're gonna stay like just doing like work for like music your whole life, or you wanna? I know you say you want to do short films, but there's like something else that you wanna like play around with, learn.
I mean, I would like to still do music because I like doing event stuff. Since I do like a lot of nightclub stuff, like I really enjoy that. It's tiring because it's all late night stuff, you know. Yeah. But I do enjoy it, you know, and like the people that you meet there, you know, I've gotten a lot of work from just working there, and the camera attracts people, you know, naturally, like, so it's
and then
like
you add a little bit of liquor and
and then like me, like you said, like I'm not like the most outgoing person, you know, like I'm kind of like I keep to myself, you know. And in a way, like it's good, but then in a way it's bad because of the field that, you know, that we work in, you know, like that's like you gotta talk to people, you gotta like that's how you get work, you know. It's all word of mouth. But like the whole nightclub scene and like working with like all the bands too, and like communicating with people, talking to people, it's helped me a lot. But yeah, I want to still want to do music and like films, because I feel like that goes hand in hand too. Like I want to create a dope ass soundtrack for like a movie that I do, you know, like
and then take out that soundtrack as a like a little EP or something.
Hell yeah, bro! Like all before, I don't know if they still do now, but like I mean obviously they don't because they don't sell CDs. But the movie would come out and then the soundtrack would be there, you know. And like if there was like
King,
bro, if it was just like one song from the movie that I liked, I'm getting the whole soundtrack, you know. And then that would like put me onto like other artists, you know, like,
you know who did that really good? Black Panther. That the whole soundtrack.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies. I mean, I can't like. That's what I need to do too. Like, I need to pay more attention to like the directors and like you know, stuff like that, like the credits. Like, I never really paid too much attention to that, which I kind of realized one day. I was shooting a music video, and there was this guy that was shooting there. He had I forgot. He had some film. It was like a land camera. Like he had like a whole setup for it, and he had like a VHS camera too. And he was telling me, yeah, it's like so and so director. And I was like, who's that? He's like, you're a videographer and you don't know who like directed it? You know the director?
You know what though? I feel like those people are the ones that like went to film school though. A lot of guys that I have met that have gone to film school are very like nerdy about like.
Oh, you don't know Tarantino? Quarantino?
That's the only fucking director I know.
I mean, in a way, but I feel like sometimes like when people like really really like it, they want to know who did it. You know, they're just like curious, you know, and like doing research. But I never really did that, I was just like, oh, I like this movie.
I just screenshot the fucking, like, if I like a scene, I'll just screenshot it.
Yeah.
And I sent you some when, like, we're doing some music videos. I'm like, oh, I like this view. I like this view.
Yeah. Yep. Like the angles, the lighting of the scene.
Just treating.
No, I get what you're saying too, because I don't know my directors like that, and I don't know who. Like, if somebody says a name of a director, like, oh yeah, he worked on this movie and this movie, and I was like, so I was like, that's kind of important too, because you kind of want to study like the masters, you know? You want to study who's been doing this stuff, so that what they're doing. Like, there's like creative shots that they do. Like you as you're watching the movie don't really tell, but once you start, you know, paying attention and digging into like the whole film industry and the whole shots and creative shots and stuff like that, like damn, that's crazy. Like, I don't know if you guys seen like that shot that they made where the girl's running towards the mirror, and then when she gets to the mirror, like the camera's on the other side now. So like it's like a shot where they
what movie was that?
I don't know.
It was in What Happened to Monday, right?
It was some, I don't know. I don't actually know the movie, but it was created because how do you think that way, right? Like, how do you think, I'm gonna have you running, but we're gonna do like a scene where now like we get you running, but at the same time the camera somehow switches over and now you're front facing the camera. It's hard to explain. We'll probably put it like on the video, but like, just knowing that, like how they did that, or like, you know, just watching special effects stuff on, you know, just any movies, like, damn, how the fuck they do that, you know? But it's still like planning how to go, you know, with that. Like, you're not just gonna say, okay, we're gonna add some explosives there.
You gotta develop a style too.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of established directors, they have a style.
Yeah, you can tell their work. Oh, this is so and so's movie, you know.
Yeah,
or like the color, even just like in the colors they use, you know.
Yeah,
that too. Like, I love color. Like, I
suck at coloring.
I love messing around with
just
color.
learning from him.
Yeah, I'm still learning.
Da Vinci. I'm like, fuck you. How do you do this shit?
Yeah, it's easy. It's like Photoshop, Lightroom for video.
It's weird though, because you gotta like.
The only thing
you do it in steps.
Yeah, the only thing that throws people off is like the nodes. That's pretty much it. Like, think about it as layers in Photoshop. You add saturation in this node, you add contrast in this one. So when you want to go back and just do the contrast, you just it's easy. Just once you start getting, you know, to it.
Yeah, I want to learn that better. I suck at it. I feel like I suck. You know?
You're not that bad, bro. We've seen people who do like, or at least like, if I look back at like the first video I ever did, bro, they look like green. Like their skin tones are like that green tone. That's some other shit too, though. Just learn.
That's why I also love doing this, because I wish I would have like saved
I wish upon a star.
I thought about that. I wish that I would have kept like my whole first videos. Like,
you didn't?
No, man.
I have a whole hard drive.
For real? That's crazy. Like, I like, nobody told me anything, you know, about that. Like, my friend introduced me to, you know, cameras and all of that, but just I would have wished somebody else or him would have told me, like, get a hard drive, you know, and like save everything, because it's gonna come in handy like when you're, you know, better or whatever. So I would say, you know, somebody like get a hard drive and just save everything.
All your work. Yeah. So you can look back at it and be like, damn, I suck.
I suck.
Bro. You know? It's just when I look back at my shit, it's embarrassing as fuck, bro. I have like that.
But that's the beauty.
This hard drive.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Just have everything in
that's
there.
The beauty though. Like, you get to look back and you're like, damn, I suck.
Improvement.
Like I suck a little less now.
Right? Bro, in 10 years we're gonna look back to the stuff we're doing now and be like, oh shit, like that was shit too, you know?
Like, damn, what was I thinking, you know?
Yeah, different shit you learn from.
Oh yeah.
Nah. But fuck, I was gonna ask you something. I fucking forgot when we were talking, bro. Oh, you're into fashion too, though, right? Cause I see a lot of your Instagram. You're like to streetwear and stuff like that.
I like it, but I mean, a lot of it's expensive. You know, like before, like in high school, I was going crazy with shoes. Like I was whatever money I had.
I peeped some of the shoes you be had.
Yeah, bro. I used to have a lot of like SBs.
Yeah.
I had a whole bunch of them, bro. Like I maybe had like 12, 15. Yeah, bro. I had like 12, 15 pairs, like highs, lows. I had blazers, but I gave some away, you know, like, or someone just threw away, and I'm like thinking about it now, like,
what the
fuck, you know, like, I had some shoes that are worth a lot of money now, but yeah, I was going crazy with shoes in high school, just because, like, I mean, you didn't have too many responsibilities, you know, whatever money you had.
I think a lot of us did, bro.
Yeah, it's just like shoes, you know, and then like
waiting in fucking lines and shit.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I did that a couple times.
Now it's a fucking app.
I did that. Like, I only did that. Honestly, I only camped out like 2-3 times, and then I was like, I'm not doing this again.
I was there when I started getting into shoes. They were doing the raffle tickets. You would go like a few days before.
Yeah, no.
Put your name, your size, your number, and then you put it in a little jar and shit, and then they'll call you if you got picked.
I camped out for the fucking Concord 11s.
At Nike Town?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Did you really?
I was there.
For real?
Wait, which release though? Was it like the second?
11?
Because I went, it might have been in, I forgot what year, but it wasn't like the recent
2016, right?
It might have been.
The first one's 2011.
I think it might have been 20. Yeah, I think it might have been 2011.
The Nike Town.
And then they came out with the ones with the 40. Was it?
Nah, those were later.
Yeah, okay.
No, the first ones, the ones that got people shot and shit, that created like the whole.
I wasn't there.
They got people's eyes that are like, we shouldn't be doing that. So, I did that one. That shit was cold as fuck out there that day. I was like,
bro,
am I really out here for some goddamn shoes?
My shoe was in the rain, bro. I did the grapes, the 5s.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I fucking camped out for that.
Bro, it happened at Nike Town. Same thing. I was working, but I got out of work at 11, and I went there, and I waited in line. But that night it was cold and it was raining.
Yeah.
And all I had was my chair and an umbrella. I didn't bring nothing else. I was like,
you at least had a chair.
Yeah, for real. No, I learned my lesson the first time. I didn't have a chair. I was just sitting on the floor for like 8 hours, you know, or standing up, you know. I mean, we could walk away. You could just tell the person in front of you behind, like, hey, I'm going to go, you know. And then somebody be like, hey, you guys want anything, you know, just so they could be like, you know,
cool.
So they're cool, you know. But
you give them their shit. Yeah, I don't know who you are, bro.
Yeah. But that one time it was raining, it was cold. It was for the bin 12s. And we literally had like 4 people in front of us, and the guy comes out like, we don't have any more.
What the fuck?
I was like, bro,
it was like the shittiest feeling. Like,
horrible. Did
I really just fucking stand here for fucking 12 hours?
Yeah.
Just to be told sold out of your size.
In the rain, all wet. Bro, it was horrible. And then I think that was like the last time I was like, I'm not doing this. I think I might have done it for the Steph Currys when they came out.
The blue and yellow ones?
No, they're the white and gold and black.
I don't remember.
They're one of the first ones. I think there was the MVP ones.
Okay.
I think I had gotten one pair of those.
When he was like first popping up, right?
Yeah. I had waiting in line from those, and I was about to keep them. Like, these are pretty nice, you know. But I was like, no, I'm gonna sell them. But yeah, I stopped doing it after that. But now I don't really like buy too much stuff, you know. Like I'm more.
I like your style though. That's what I'm saying.
Gracias. But
he said
no homo though.
Pause.
Nah, I pay attention to that, bro. I've always been into clothing and like shoes and shit. So I pay attention when someone's wearing something nice. I'm like, I'm gonna wear that shit.
They call him Ranch because he be dressing. I'm gonna head out.
You got that shit off of fucking TikTok or some shit, bro.
Yeah, I'll see y'all later.
No. Yeah, that shit's too expensive now. I'm not really focused like on spending my money on that, you know. Like there's other things, but I'm more into like local brands, like smaller brands that I find on Instagram or something, or like I'll try to support like the ones out here, like the local ones, you know. Like or a couple of ones from like other states. I like a lot of like Cali style type stuff, you know. Like I don't know. I like the whole like. I like their style, like the whole like
baggier.
Yeah, I like that. But
I think that's in style kind of everywhere now, to be honest. Like the cargos with the dunks and shit. I've been wearing that shit a lot. Yeah, I feel like now it's more like just being comfortable for me, at least, you know. Like still trying to rock stuff you like, you know, but being comfortable, you know. No fucking skinny jeans.
Yeah, I'm done. I can't do skinny jeans no more. I'll do some fitted, you know, like something that fits good, you know. But
just slim.
Yeah.
Slim fit.
The slim fit with your cute Hell no.
Yo, what was that from? It's a song, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Slim Thick with your cute. I think it's what, Pliers?
Siri, no.
Siri.
What song
Slim
is
Thick.
Shazam. I don't know. I'm not gonna look it up.
It's gonna send you somewhere else. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, yeah. What else?
Oh, thanks. As far as like what, I mean, fashion I like, and like I was like, even like with the modeling stuff, like I do a lot of like lingerie, like boudoir type work, but I've been wanting to do more like fashion stuff, you know, like
Yeah.
just like things that I think are cool, you know, like, or just like, hey, bring some like cool fits that you guys have, you know, or if I see someone that like at the clubs, if I see someone that's dressed pretty cool, or I like their style, like I'll ask them like, hey, do you want to like shoot sometime? Like I like how you dress, you know.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah, I want to do more stuff like that, like the boudoir stuff still, because I get paid for like, you know, like some of them I still do like just to do it, you know, but some of them actually like that's what they want to do, and they'll pay for that, you know. But yeah, I just want to do like more like fashion stuff. I like that, like even like in like magazines, you know. I like a lot like 60s 70s type fashion stuff.
Okay,
like I have a lot of books on like stuff like that from photographers back then. Man, I wish I remember the photographer's name, but there's a documentary on I think it was a guy, and he's like kind of the one that started doing like the candid.
It's not Moore, right? Last name was Moore or something like that.
It might be.
I think
Sounds familiar.
I think I know
The dude from Cali? That guy
No. He was in New York.
Yeah.
And then there's a kid.
I think it is Moore. Yeah.
There's a kid too. I seen the documentary not too long ago. It was like a younger kid, like he was like a skater, and he started like, I think he was modeling too, but he was also doing photography as well.
Okay.
But yeah, like that photography, he was like the first one that started doing like candid like fashion street, where like he'd be like far away and have like a super zoom lens, and like it's more like action shots of like the model coming out the bus, you know, like all, but she's dressed out, you know, like nice, like back in like the 70s 60s type like stuff like that. But yeah, I have a lot of books like that. I really like that type of like fashion stuff, but it's just hard capturing it, because like to find people that have that type of clothes now, or like finding that clothes, it's a little hard. But I went to I started thrifting, and I would get like a few items, you know, but I haven't really like shot anything yet. I feel like I just want to like build like a whole collection of like clothes, and then like eventually just
do like a whole ass
like bring everything, you know, and be like try to get like a stylist too, because like I mean I could style something, you know, but I'm not a stylist, you know. Like I know maybe this looks good, you know, but it might look horrible.
I just know my complementary colors, and that's about it, bro.
Yeah, for real. Like that. So yeah, I want to start doing more of that eventually.
Let's do something.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah, we should get on a project together.
I'm gonna tell you, I want to do that short film, and like I just want to like.
I'd be down. Like we can take like a whole fucking year to fucking just plan it. Like,
yeah, this would even for like a short film. I feel like within like a 2-3 months thing, it'd be like something pretty decent, you know. Because obviously we wouldn't be able to shoot all the time, you know. But whenever we would have time,
like a showing somewhere.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that. Create something and have like all my family come in and like watch something that you know we created.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Even if it's like 10-15 minutes, half an hour type shit.
Yeah, I think like a 20 minute film would be dope. 20-15 minute film.
Just like a nice quick story, like something like.
I always wanted to do a kid growing up, like how we grew up, like I don't know how to say it, like with the lifestyle, you know, that we. I know.
Bro, you were raised in Aurora. What do you mean?
I'm from Chicago. The streets raised me. No, like, but just
I always
like
talk shit to him about it. I'm like, you're from Aurora.
No, but like I've always been around here. Like all the work I get is from here. But I don't know. I'm from Aurora.
I don't know. I like that dark like style.
Yeah, I like that a lot. But I feel like sometimes people think it's weird. But
like that Joker, the new Joker, I like that style. Like it's just like a lot of the shots aren't even with dialogue. It's just the music's deep and like the visuals are deep.
Like the movement they do too. Like
that's what I'm saying.
How he just gets up and starts walking and then just like starts laughing and shit. Like,
so is it good? The new one?
It's you haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it,
bro.
I heard a lot of people say that it was a waste of time.
Nah, they're tripping. Like if you look at it from like a cinematography point of view, probably top, maybe my number 3 out there.
Damn.
I'll fuck it. Let's name our 5.
Yeah, I gotta see that. I haven't seen it.
You trying to name our 5 top films?
Damn.
Oh, top. Oh.
I know my number 1 for sure.
What's your number 1?
Interstellar.
Interstellar.
You haven't seen it?
I don't know if I have.
Oh, damn, I'll tell you my number 1. It's either American Me or what's it called? Or
Should I close that door? Oh.
Pause.
Yo, what up?
Sorry, guys, we were getting checked. Nah.
It's either it's American Me for sure first, then is Boys in the Hood, and then
That's 2.
what's the other one? Probably Sangre por Sangre.
Oh, that's pretty good too, actually.
Blood in, Blood out?
Yeah, Blood in, Blood Out. I saw it in Spanish, bro. Sorry.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I saw YouTube.
Yeah.
For real?
It's free on YouTube, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I
parts.
and I saw it when like it was first out.
Oh, okay.
Cause I used to live in apartments way back, like once we first got here from Mexico, and there was a guy there who was into like rock, like in español. So he had that style, and you know, not when it came out. He gave me like the actual tape, like the VHS. He gave it to me. Okay. So I watched it on VHS.
Yeah.
And then my mom was like, "What are you watching?" And she fucking took it out and gave the movie back to the guy.
Like, what do you mean, mom?
Placazo.
Puros vatos locos, bro.
She gave him back the tape. But I wish she wouldn't have gave it to him because I wish I still had that tape. Like it's
That'd be wrong.
vintage.
Some of those
you know?
VHS are worth money, bro.
Yeah,
Like the
one.
Disney ones too.
I have the Rugrats one.
I still have a
the
couple
orange
of
one.
them.
The orange
Oh
one.
shit! I remember having that one too in Mexico.
Oh yeah, that was dope. That was orange. I always remember that.
Yeah. So what's your first your picks?
You said 3, bro. Top 3. Top 3. 5 is hard, low key.
I'll try to come up with 5, but I don't know if it's in any order. But there's a movie called Pan's Labyrinth that I seen and I really liked it. It's like a bunch of like mystical creatures and like stuff like that. But it's a dope ass movie. If you guys haven't seen it, that one. I watched A Bronx Tale a lot. That was like one of my favorite ones. This movie called Beat Street. It's an old school like breakdancing movie.
Oh yeah. Damn,
My girl's into that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like
she made me watch one of those. I was like, I don't like musicals.
Oh no, it wasn't. It's not like a musical.
okay,
It's like a movie, but it's like.
I thought it was like the ones where like they're
like Grease
dancing.
and shit?
Yeah,
I can't do that either.
That's
Like
I hate that shit.
It's like they get in a fight. We should sing about it.
no, low key when what was it? You Got Served came out. I was all about that. You know? I was all about that movie.
Dude, I've always been into like graffiti, breakdancing, DJing, and like b-boying and shit. So you brought up that movie, and I know it because I watched it too.
Yeah.
You remember watching Wild Style?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And then Star Wars.
Star Wars, yep. Hell yeah.
Those,
what was it? Style Wars?
Yeah, Star Wars.
I said Star Wars.
No, Star Wars. It's like a movie about graffiti. So it's like a dude, right? 2 dudes.
Star Wars?
Yeah.
Star Wars, I think that was more like a documentary type style.
Oh yeah, documentary.
But they focused around a couple of artists. One of them, he used to stamp everybody. I forgot his name. I think it was like
Taki or something.
Cap one or something like
Cap.
that. And he was like hated by a bunch of like graffiti artists in New York because he would go over everybody's. And he wasn't do a whole piece. He just do it. It was like a C and a I forgot, something like that. Yeah, it was just like a two letters, you know, and he would just like stamp them.
Yeah, so let's say you spend like 10 hours on this wall, right? He would just come over it and just do some like an outline and
on some game banging shit.
Yeah, well, no, on some disrespectful shit.
You know what I mean though. Like you know how game bangers be just writing over their shit.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's how I actually got into I'm saying Beat Street because I got introduced to that movie when I was maybe like 9 or 10 years old.
Oh, okay.
Because my sister's husband at the time, he was a tattoo artist and he was a graffiti artist too.
Oh, sure.
And like they would put that movie on for us, you know, and watch Beat Street.
Yeah.
And we were over there trying to like pop block and like whatever. But yeah, that one, the Pan's Labyrinth, Bronx Tale.
Damn. Now that I think about it, I have way more than 5. Now that I think,
I'm thinking about it too. I'm like, I'm thinking of like the latest ones I've seen, but then you're making me think of like
Old
shit I've
school
seen in the
shit,
past. And it's pretty good too.
Even another one. What's the other one? The Brave Little Toaster. I don't know if you guys seen that.
What?
The Brave Little Toaster? No,
Is it animated or?
No, it's like an old like Disney movie.
Oh, no.
But like I would watch that movie so many times, and then of course the Fast and the Furious because I was into cars. Bro, the first movie I know that movie word by word. Like I could watch the movie and tell you word by word. No, like for real. Like if you start putting that on, I'll go along with the script. Like I watched that so many times because like I would always go to the street races, you know, with my brother, and like I couldn't wait to drive, you know, like and then I got my license. I'm like I don't want to drive, because I was the first one with a license, you know.
Everyone be asking for a
everybody.
Drive everyone everywhere.
Same.
And deal with traffic. I think it's cool driving. Just traffic is what kills your experience, you know.
And then if
I was cutting people up in the shoulders and shit. I was fucking reckless.
But
if you have manual in traffic,
oh my,
that's
bro,
the worst,
I have a manual right now, and I was telling you, I hit legs yesterday. I had to drive fucking manual.
Yep.
Oh my god.
clutch pedal, brake, you know. But yeah, what was that for?
I think
Fast and Furious, Bronx Tale, Pan's Labyrinth.
The toaster one.
The brave little toaster. Hell yeah, I gotta throw that one out there. Man, there's another graphic movie called Infamy that I really liked. But man, there's like other ones that I know like for sure that the way it was shot I liked a lot, but I just can't think of it. But yeah, I think those are it.
Hey, that opened up a whole like memory fucking.
I kind of want to just spend like a whole fucking week now just watching random movies.
So that did you do graffiti before?
Yeah.
So I used to do it too.
I used to come over here I used to come over here to the yards. We used to do a lot of freight stuff.
Oh, for real?
Because that's the easy shit. Like you spend hours. I'm not. If you're a graffiti artist, you know, but you could spend hours like at the yard because nobody really checks. And if you,
bro. The first time I got into a freight yard, we got chased out within like 10 minutes being
For
there.
real?
And I didn't know how tall they were.
You went to the wrong one.
the freights, like I thought
tall as fuck.
when I walked up, I'm like, yeah, we're good. I was like this, like I was jumping up to try to get the spots. I was like, damn, this is high as hell. Like we didn't bring nothing to step on, you know. Like I think it was like 2 or 3 was like our first time being in the yard, and we were like, damn, this shit's high as hell, and like. We're chilling, and all of a sudden we look to the right, and we see a little golf cart coming right at us. We had to dip, and then we tried going back in again, and came back like in 5 minutes. Like found us. So that was like the only time I did a yard. It was mostly all street stuff that I was doing, like off like the orange line and stuff like that.
Street stuff is more for like adrenaline. Like
that shit was crazy.
Like,
I love that.
Yeah, it's fucking badass. Like just knowing that you're like
I want to experience this. Let's go right now.
What?
I'm like, I want to experience
down.
it.
Let's go right now.
I got paint.
Now paint is fucking expensive nowadays too.
Hell
like,
yeah.
You used to like take the Krylons from like the store or like those Rust-Oleums.
Yep.
Just walk out with them and shit. Is fucking
locked up.
That is a fucking other experience too. It's fucking paint and it's fucking like big corporate shit. Fuck them.
You can just go to Home Depot and get a bucket and a roller.
So we used to do at Home Depot like the Rust-Oleums. They were like like $3-4 or something like that, and then you get the dollar ones that were $1 can. We'd go there and take all the stickers, the barcode stickers off the dollar ones, and put them on the Rust-Oleums. So we all got out like, we wouldn't take too many, you know, but we all got like 6-8 Rust-Oleums that were like $3-4 for like $1 each, you know, and like that paint's a lot better because the dollar paint was like, it was like more like see-through, so you'd have to go over it more sometimes. They were good for like bombing, you know, but if you want to do like pieces or like nicer stuff, you needed to get the Rust-Oleums or like Montanas, but those were
fucking
out
Montanas.
of, you had no people.
You guys are fucking talking Chinese.
Yeah, they're all brands. They're all like spray can brands, but like like the Montanas were the shit.
You know, it's badass though, cause I remember painting in like 4th of July and shit, and just like being out there painting while the fireworks were going off, and it's like
shooting at you. You didn't even know what it is.
And then I remember one time we were doing that, and then we had just finished painting, and then we had our brick bags full with like spray paint. We were walking, and we were like 13, 14, and the fucking cop pulled us over because it was like
past curfew.
Past curfew, yeah. Like, what are you guys doing out here? I was like, oh, we're just, you know, just out here walking around. I was like, what are you guys walking around for? And we came up with some crazy ass story, and we're just stalling. So we had dumped the book bags because we didn't want the person to or the cop to like know we were painting.
Yeah.
And we had stashed them behind the trash can. Mm-hmm. And at that time when we were almost finished, my boy had called his grandma to pick us up. So she was on her way. She's like, oh, we're also just waiting for my grandma to come pick us up. We were just at the movies or something. I don't know. We came up with some shit.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay, I'm gonna wait here for your grandma to pull up. So she waited there, and then so he had called her, so she was coming. And as soon as she pulled up, the cop left because she saw grandma come in. Yeah. And then we went behind the trash and grabbed like the
paint,
the paint and everything. And the grandma was like, nah. She heard the little rattles. She's like, no. You guys gotta dump that shit out. So we dumped like fucking a whole bunch of like brand new paint also that we hadn't used. She made us dump it out. I got a lot of crazy stories with painting. Like sometimes I miss like painting, but I feel like painting like got me to like do this. Like I was also watching like the videos of like how people were bombing in like Canada and stuff like that.
In the UK, bro, they go crazy.
UK is crazy.
Like 9/11? What is bombing? Like
you just go out and start painting.
Yeah, bombing is like going like street, like doing street stuff. You know, like the illegal stuff, like bombing. Like you're actually bombing. If you're doing like a mural, you actually have like permission to do it. You know, and then there's like fill-ins, there's outlines, there's doing tags. You know, all that stuff.
Yeah, that culture got me like. That's what I started with, like that culture. Mm-hmm. But like within that, I started meeting people that got me to like where I'm at now. Yeah. So that led me to being here now.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, mine was mainly because of my brother. He used to paint and he used to DJ. And I was like, I want to do that.
I think that was big, like around your guys' age group, right?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of guys in my age group, like I don't know anyone who paints to tag right now.
Yeah, I mean it's still around now, but I feel like a lot of the crews that were around back then kind of like fell apart, or they just doing their own things. I still know a lot of people that paint, and they paint hard.
Yeah,
and they don't just paint here; like they go out of the country to paint. You know, like.
But it's more of like they get paid for it too, right?
Nah, well, I mean they do like there's some they probably get paid for, you know, but they still do illegal stuff. Like they're out of the country in freight yards in other countries, like breaking in, like. They just know this like the back of their hand, you know. It's like how we know how to work a camera. They know how to work a spray can, and they know how to draw, and they know how to get to these places, you know. And like the people that I know that still do it, they're good. Like they're good, and like you know, like I actually was just talking. I messaged this one guy, you know. He had painted a video of him painting. I was like, bro, like I always respected your work, and like I just respect anybody that's still doing it, you know, because it's not something that a lot of people still do, you know?
Hell yeah.
And like they do it hard, like that are about it, like you know they're about the art, you know, like they don't see like the money side. To them it's just like they enjoy doing this shit, you know, like, and it's dope as fuck because I like seeing graffiti, you know.
Yeah, every time
I love seeing it.
I come to the city, like, you know, I pass by like the bridges and stuff, like should be like that because like I love that shit too. I like how do you explain like creating letters yourself, you know, like like that's what I love too about it, like having that creativeness to like do an S but fucking add arrows to it and make it form into like something.
It's like a mutated S,
like make the flow and shit.
Yeah,
like your own font, you know.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But that's just dope.
You should fucking upload that font on the
thatfont.com.
Yeah. What is it? 1,001 fonts or something?
Yeah, I still use those sites.
I
for the video tiles.
Yep. Hell yeah. Thefont.com. If you really know, now you know.
What inspires film?
Oh man, everything. I feel like mainly like the musicians. I don't know, you probably could hear right now, but they're practicing, you know. But all that inspires me, you know, like seeing like their dedication to that. DJs inspire me, like the way, like that's like a whole art in itself, like making people dance and like keeping the crowd like interested, you know. Yeah, and then like, I mean, music inspires me. Like depends on the mood I'm in, you know. Like I'll listen to different things, you know, like hip hop. You know, I'll listen to reggaeton, I'll listen to some regional, I'll listen to some like boleros, I'll listen to like some like 70s, 80s, some oldies, you know, like I listen to everything. I'll listen to some heavy metal, I'll listen to like some like old school punk rock, you know, some ska, reggae. I listen to everything. Like I don't really have like one set thing, you know, but there's times where like I'll have like 4 or 5 songs that I have on repeat for like 2 or 3 days straight, and I'll just listen to those songs.
And you could tire that shit.
Yeah, and then I just like all my car rides, I try to like find new music, you know, like new artists. Like that's what I do, or I do that, or I do podcasts, or I'll try to like listen to something that's like informative to me, you know. But yeah, music's like a big thing that inspires me. Other photographers that I see that are doing things that I want to do, it's like, you know, like if they can do it, I just feel like I can do it, you know, like because like when I first started doing it, I didn't think it was gonna take me to where I'm at now, you know, like it's crazy, you know. That inspires me. I mean, my son inspires me. Like honestly, that's like one of the reasons why like I wake up every day and I'm like, I gotta do this, you know, like why I keep constantly working, you know.
How old is your son, if you don't mind me asking?
He's 11 now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's crazy how time flies. I mean, you just had your kid, bro, you know. You have a kid too, right?
Just a little and shit.
Yeah, but it's crazy, bro. Like appreciate them when they're young.
I can't imagine when her at 11, bro.
Bro, it's crazy, bro.
It looks fun though. It looks fun because it's like you kind of interact with, you know, like
it's more of a little human.
Yeah,
like,
it's a human.
When you're little, you still gotta look after them.
I love that picture you posted when he's like in the hotel, he's just kicking
just chilling. Yeah,
this is funniest picture.
Yeah, like it's like a little character, you know. You see them like
little character.
Yeah, like you see them like form into this person, into their own person, you know, and like how they react to things, or how like they're around certain situations, you know, or like things like that, you know. Yeah, you know, and like luckily my son's like very kind. He's a nice kid, you know. But he is a little bit shy like me, you know, which like. It's cool, you know, but I just, you know, like, I wish you, not that I wish he was, he's his own self, but like, it's cool that if he was like a little bit more outgoing than I was, but that's kind of like falls on me too, you know, because that's how I was, you know. Yeah. But
it's a reflection of you at the end of the day.
Yeah. No, yeah. But I love him, you know, but obviously. but yeah, all that music, my son, other people, musicians, everything. I feel like it all inspires me in a certain way for like certain things, you know, when it comes down to creating, you know. I feel like you have more respect for like the music part of it, the coloring side of it, you know, like everything is all has something to do with it. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, yeah, that's dope, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being on the podcast, you know, and we should do another one where like we just discuss I don't know, business stuff or something. Like, dive deep into
bring someone else and shit, or someone who wants to come on this maybe just starting out and just like answer their questions or something.
Or you want to recommend somebody? We could hit them up. Who another creative you think we should have on?
I think you guys should get Eddie.
Oh, we've been trying to have him on here, but he's fucking busy.
He's in Hollywood right now.
And then he said that he's like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna say.
Bro, what do you mean? What are you gonna say? All that shit you be doing,
he's been doing so much, bro. It's crazy. Even seeing his growth, bro, it was like, damn, bro. Like you just like went from here to like boom, you know? You jumped.
It all started with like when they published his picture, right? That's what I saw. Like he just went off, bro. I'm like,
I always kind of knew that he was gonna blow up because just by shooting with him, like
the way he networks with people is crazy.
Oh, you guys got to shoot him. I never got to.
Like just the way also he works too. Like
he's
that motherfucker's a monkey. He fucking beat out in the roof and shit.
Bro, I'll be like on one side and then like I'll see him and then by the next thing you know he's on top somewhere. I'm like, bro, like how you moving so fast, bro? Like, and he's focused when he's. I mean, like I feel like all of us do get zoomed in, you know, but it's always cool seeing how the people get like into it and then like zoned in, you know.
You
know, it's dope.
You see it from like a third person. I'm proud of that dude, bro.
Hell yeah, bro. Like I look like, man, you're doing like what I want to do, you know. I'm going on tour with artists. That's fire. That's like something that'd be cool.
Yeah, we'll try getting him on. We'll try convincing him.
Yeah, I mean him. Who else? I mean, there's a lot of people, but not coming to mind right now.
Who's that one motherfucker? Who that?
I seen that one picture. I don't really know a lot, to be honest with you.
I mean, there's other ones that are like in like the whole like hip hop scene, but I just don't personally know them. Yeah. But I seen their work and it's dope.
Like the only people in the same like scene that I'm in that I have met have been you two and Eddie, honestly.
Yeah.
And like maybe a few others are barely starting out, but like that are more established. It's just been you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. There's probably other ones too, but I haven't met them.
Yeah, man. I guess start reaching out to us. Like don't be afraid to like, you know, one thing that I had also like when I was getting into this was like hitting people up because I didn't want to sound stupid.
Yeah.
I didn't want to like ask somebody a question and you know the answer was just like simple, you know, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't ask anything.
Yeah.
But like that's bad because if you feel like you need to say something, like just say it so that even if it's stupid, you know, like it could get you.
There's no stupid questions, bro.
It could get you except the
teacher told me
except when you start.
Yeah, when you start breathing.
When you start breathing. No, yeah, but I say we do something else too, like to create like a community around us, you know.
Yeah.
I want to get off.
Remember the idea I had? Maybe you'll be down to help us out. I want to do like maybe like a day, get like a location, get a few models, get some backdrops, and just have like a bunch of photographers and videographers, and just like everyone has like a few minutes, and then we just like critique like the work and stuff. Or like we like, oh, maybe you should try this, and then they go and try it, and like, you know what I mean?
That'd be dope.
Hell yeah,
that'd be dope. I'm down. I'm always down to work.
Yeah, summer's coming up too, so we'll do some barbecues and fucking chill and stuff like that.
Don't tell me twice, bro. So I'm trying to make that.
Yeah, we definitely should do a film though. I have like a couple. I mean, you guys too. But
we can bring as many people.
Yeah, I just want to like.
Bro.
I just want.
We can try to make it as big as we can, and just be like, Chicago made this.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Just try to put Chicago on the fucking map.
I just want to really portray. I want to like almost be like the director in a way.
Yeah.
And like have everybody. I mean, obviously everybody put their, you know, like
2 cents.
Yeah. But yeah, I just want to have like I have a whole idea for it, and I want to use everybody from the city. You know, like it's a whole thing of like with. It would be like around the scene here, the music scene.
Yeah.
Like I have a whole like story that I want to like
do like a documentary style or
no, like a short film, like like how you guys had mentioned about like a kid growing up.
Yeah.
I have an idea like that that involves him being a musician and a couple other things, you know.
Okay.
But I want to use musicians from the city, you know, like that we know, you know, like in the scene. I want to use them as actors, you know. I don't want to like hire actors. I want to hire actual people from the city that we know.
Like collab with everyone that's in it is people that we will know, basically.
And like get like the scenes like the other thing too is scouting locations. You know, like I want like an old school looking cantina that I wanted like to shoot one in.
We've been trying to look for one forever because there's always that one.
Just had to create one.
Yeah, there's always that one artist who's like, do you guys know where to shoot a old school cantina at? Like
I know cantinas, but they're not old school.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably some. They're not old school, but like, and like over at least I know on the south side, there's a couple spots that, you know,
a little more rustic.
Yeah, a little just like more simpler, you know, like nothing like too crazy. I'm not saying like a vintage bar, but like something that looks like something from like the 2000s or like the 90s, you know, like
now they have all the lights. And
like it's all modern. Everybody wants to do modern minimal type stuff, you know, like just like something that has to like neon signs inside and like stuff like that, you know, like some 2000s type
we can
shit.
probably take a quick trip somewhere cheap,
Texas
or some shit.
Oh yeah. Make it look like it's Chicago.
Honestly, that's like the one thing I want to do is I want to keep everything here and film everything here, you know, because I feel like people from here would appreciate that a lot. You know, like I don't really feel.
I know that street. I know that.
Yeah, like Wayne's World. You guys ever seen that?
Yeah.
Like they show the Indian on the south side. I don't know if you guys know where that Indian is. Yeah. So they show that in the video, you know, and like I always thought that was pretty dope that I could just drive in. Oh, it's there. And this is in the movie, you know.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
Native American, bro. And I didn't.
Yeah. Like I feel like for how I want to do it. Like I want to do like all like south side stuff, you know, like south side areas. Like go like the super mall that's over here. Like do some shots by the Indian, you know, like things that people on like the south side like kind of like know, you know.
Yeah.
Like they'd be like, oh shit, you know, like
I'm northwest side, but okay.
Oh, yeah. No, but I want to do something like that.
We'll talk, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's get on something like actually do something about it. And just
que no se quede that we just talked about it. Like
it's gonna happen. Like I feel like I need to make that happen. You know, like
you made that jump to get into photography. Let's make that jump and get your show film out.
Yeah, because I've had this idea for a while, and it's just like I haven't done it, but like I know I just need to do it.
Yeah,
you know, just getting the right people.
And it's simple too. Like all you need is put in that effort to you know do it, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, just getting the right people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
So yeah, anything else you're trying to get off your chest?
Hey man, fuck this guy.
No, I don't think so. Keep working.
Échale ganas.
Yeah, that's like some people had asked me like for like the nightclub stuff, like how they get in and all that, and it's like honestly like when they ask me that and like, oh, let me see your Instagram, you know, but if they don't have any type of work on there, and it's like I feel like that should be like something that you have on, like, you know, at least like in social media is like work, you know, that you have, not just try to do it just because you want to be in the scene, you know. Because if that's your intention, you know, then just say that, you know, like you can get like another type of job, you know. It doesn't necessarily have to be like the media part, you know. But yeah, just work, honestly. I mean, meeting people too, you know. If you just come off the right way, you can get an opportunity, you know. But you know, just keep working, keep consistent.
Hell yeah. Y'all heard it here first. Échale ganas.
Keep working.
Keep working.
You wanna plug your Instagram?
Yeah, it's at _film42 with 2 M's, FILMM42.
We'll link it up too.
You're gonna get so many followers off of this. We put you on.
Yeah. I'm on follow him and follow him back.
Just keep doing it like, oh, new follower.
Man, my phone's blowing up. Leo. I'll take Leo.
Well, yeah, guys, we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks again, Film, for hopping in on this.
Oh yeah. Start playing the drums. We can't hear shit.
Nah, but yeah,
thank you for it.
And yeah, well, let's run another one. You know, in a couple more months. Let's keep grinding and shit, and we'll be back. We'll do some.
Let's see where we're at in 6 months.
Oh yeah, we'll just record it that time.
Yeah. Don't look at me.
No, we'll probably get an upgraded one.
Not yet.
Oh shit, I wasn't recording.
I've been mad as fuck, bro.
Lost those first fucking.
Like
what
10,
was it like
10 minutes probably?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
we cover the same thing, guys.
Oh yeah,
except my joke, bro. And the word just start.
Yeah,
the word just start. But thank you guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey, do a funny pose so we could do a thumbnail. All right.
Shout out to Peace out.